What's up, everybody? This is Sideline Rewind, all things professional cheerleading. We are coming at you with episode number 25.
What? We can
25.
rent a car. We are ready. 25.
25 in the house.
That's right.
Let's go.
Come on now.
Who would have thought it?
Who would have thought?
25.
And I don't think
Again.
anybody knows. I don't think we ever said this, but we are in season 2 of Sideline Rewind
We are in
podcast.
season 2.
We
That's
sure
true.
are.
Well, I mean, we've been in it, but I'm just saying, I don't think that we've ever said it.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
We are in the second season of Sideline Rewind, and we are on episode 25.
we were renewed for a second season. We're going to
allowed
be
back on the
renewed
air.
for a third season. So
Come
just hang
on.
in there.
Hang
in the
on in
meantime,
there.
we're going to be driving our sports car that we just rented.
That's right.
Right?
Because we're legal to rent.
That's it.
Oh, and hey, well, I'll save that for later, but there may be a surprise because if we're legal to drive a car, we're going to be renting one for a special place.
We got lots of special trips coming.
That's exactly right.
Come on now.
She's not wrong about it.
I'm not wrong.
Nope.
No.
This episode's going to be this episode, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, LaMarca. This episode will be called Swing My Way. That song was released by KP and Envy, a duo that was released March 14th, 1998.
Yes.
It reached number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 for the week ending in March 14, 1998.
Yes, and can we talk about what a jam that song is?
Shorty swing.
That's
my
it.
March
way.
14th is tomorrow.
Yes.
So it's like,
Oh my God!
So there you go.
Hey,
perfect.
Full
this
circle
is gonna
moment.
be a special podcast.
I can tell you that
I
right
think
now.
so.
Yes, it is.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Y'all
come
better
on
say
now.
it.
You better say
Yes.
it.
And I think we announced last episode, if you like our playlist, we now have one you can download.
Yes,
with all the songs that Miss
Yes.
J9 selects for
That's
our
it.
episodes.
Download it. Take it with you.
Yeah.
Work out. Take it with you. Don't want to work out? Still take it with you because
Road
you're
trip?
going to have a great time listening to all these jams, and it's just going to bring back all the rewind memories flooding in. Like, oh, I remember that jam. I was at the skate center, or I was at the mall walking around.
I think we're
Cruising
over
the
90
mall.
minutes worth of songs right now, and we just keep
Yeah.
adding to it. So
They're
Hey.
awesome songs. And Jeanine is such a great person. She comes up with the song titles to our podcast. And again, we came up with this when we first started the podcast, thinking we do routines as cheerleaders to music.
Right.
And we wanted the podcast to be named that. So she
Yes.
does a great job
Well,
in pairing
thanks.
it with our guests.
I love it. It's fun.
It's fun.
We love
It's
it.
fun.
It's amazing.
Nothing better than music,
And
right?
so what else is better than music than tryouts?
Tryouts are here. We're in the full swing of tryouts.
Woo!
So I don't know, Rhonda, but you need to hurry up and get your application in. I've been telling you this whole time that you need to go. You
I
need
don't
to do it. Just go for it.
I don't
Look,
know
it'll
why
be a
she
great
keeps-
story.
I don't even know why she keeps saying it.
Which team are you going to audition
Well,
for?
let me tell you this. let me tell you
Tell us,
this.
Rhonda.
Tell it, Rhonda.
It needs to be Jeanine and Anita because they're in the shade.
No.
She's the personal trainer.
No.
She's the professional
No.
choreographer and dancer. I, however, am the hype team. So I'm going to say
Listen.
this.
That's false.
I'm going to tell you. The Raiderettes, Dallas.
yes.
If y'all need a hype team, and the Titans. I mean, that's my people.
Listen,
so
yes.
any of you need a hype
if
team.
you need a hype team, I will try
Listen,
out for the hype team.
she has got the it factor.
Come
so
on now.
I'm going to
Does.
tell you that right now.
That's what I'm trying out for. Anything else, I nominate Miss Jeanine and Miss Anita. Here we go.
But seriously, all the clinics are going on. Indianapolis has already announced their
They're
team.
full team. I
That's
can't
right.
believe it.
2025,
Fully
2026, fully selected. It was a great thing. It's on our podcast, on our
Instagram.
Instagram
Yes.
page and Facebook pages. Check them out. They are announced and ready to go.
I
for
love
the
that.
season.
Congratulations
crazy.
to all of
Fun.
those ladies and gentlemen.
Come
love that.
on. It was great. It really
Right.
was.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of great,
Speaking of great.
speaking of,
we have some guests in the house with us tonight.
Which is such a pleasure and so fun because, like we always say, it always comes back to us. This is our podcast. It's about us. We have 2 OGs that were there with us from the beginning, and we are so excited that they're
honey, we started at the bottom. Now we're here.
here. Now we're here.
And they are awesome, and I'm so excited. I can't say
Yes.
it. Anita, come on, tell us who
Come on,
it is.
Anita.
So our first guest is a lifelong cheerleader beginning at the age of 5.
Woo!
She's on a nationally ranked competitive cheer squad from the 7th to 12th grade. She was Tennessee Tech cheerleading and graduated Tennessee Tech University.
Come on now.
she coached at a level, Martin Methodist College coach. They were conference champions 2016, 2018, national champions 2016.
Wow.
And started a competitive dance team there at 2017.
Awesome.
A Tennessee Tech coach from 2018 to 21. She traveled the U.S. teaching standing acrobatics from 2015
Amazing.
to 2020. How
Let's
cool was that?
go!
Yes.
She was co-owner and operator of Columbia Athletics, a cheerleading and tumbling gym.
Yes.
She's judged multiple cheer and dance companies throughout and was a consultant for various cheer teams, elementary through university level over the years. But the biggest reason we love her is because she was on the Tennessee Titans Cheerleading squad from 1999 to 2003.
Yes.
Cheered in the Super Bowl with us in 1999.
Come on now.
Stunt co-captain 2000 to 2003 and on the show team. She is still a Tennessee Titans stunt coach.
That's
Yay!
amazing.
Miss Monica Hartsfield.
Let's go.
Okay.
We got the OG in the house.
I still
it.
couldn't figure
Real
out who
OGs.
our next guest was.
That's right. Partner in crime.
Yes, honey. Come on now.
Graduated from Columbia Academy in 1994, Tennessee Tech in 2000, from UNA with an MBA in 2019. He was into power tumbling 1994 through 1996, Tennessee Tech cheerleading 1996 to 98, UCA staff in 1998, University of Tennessee cheerleading 98-99.
Come on now.
That's it.
Competed at UCA College Nationals with second place finish.
Yes.
Cheered at National Championship UT versus FSU.
Come
Yes.
on, baby. Let's go.
His coaching also included MTSU, Martin Methodist College. Again, they were conference champions 2016, 2018, national champions 2016, Tennessee Tech from 2018 to 20,
Yes.
and also traveled teaching standing acrobatics 2015
Awesome.
to 2020. And he was also the co-owner and operator of Columbia Athletics.
Let's go.
Judged for
Yes.
multiple cheer companies and was a consultant for various cheer teams over the years, and currently is a realtor, which really ties him up,
Yes.
in Southern Middle Tennessee. And again, why we love him is because he was a Tennessee Titans cheerleading
Yes.
stunt.
Yes.
1999 to 2003. Super Bowl with us in 99.
Yes.
Stunt co-captain 99 to 2003 and on the show team, and is a present Tennessee Titans stunt coach. Welcome,
Amazing.
Mr. Micah.
Wow.
So good to be here.
It is. Thank you all for having us so much.
Yes.
We're excited to be
We're
here.
so excited. Oh my gosh. And I don't know why this slipped my mind. Like, Micah and I were at UT at the same time.
Yes, we were.
Wait, so you said that, I was like, wait, we were. Yes, we were. Look at that. That's so cool. So we go
Yeah.
double way back.
Exactly.
Way
There you
back.
go.
We had national championship and then
Yes.
Super Bowl the next year.
And
It was crazy.
it's crazy. And what people don't understand, and I tell people, y'all went to UT, they're like, oh, that's cool. There's a lot of people there, whatever. No, we were there during the Peyton Manning years. That was like insanely, like you can't even describe it at all. So that's just such a full circle.
Go
All rowdy
Vols
friends.
in the house.
Oh
Come on now.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's going way back.
Yeah, it's way back.
We got the OGs in the house. Tennessee Titans,
That's
1999.
Yeah.
You guys, first of all, 1999.
Come on now.
Which ironically was 25 years ago. You know,
It
whatever.
was.
I
Good
know.
timing.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was just yesterday.
Right.
So we're going to leave it at that.
So,
We feel the same way, Monica.
yes. 25 years ago. There you go.
It's meant to be.
It's
That
meant
is
to be.
fitting. That is very
It
fitting.
is fitting. That's right. We're just at a speechless moment here.
I know.
Wow. Everybody ponder that.
So speaking of tryouts, you guys are in the midst of the Titans trial. Not yet. It's just the prep clinics. Is that correct?
Auditions.
We just had clinic. Our audition tryout clinic was this past weekend. Fabulous turnout. I think so far up to date, it was the largest tryout clinic we've had for dance and for stunt.
Great.
And amazing talent. But as far as tryouts, we're doing a rolling tryout. So virtual auditions have started and they are open until April 6th. So you have until the 6th to submit your videos.
Okay.
Listen.
Yes.
Yes. So if you're thinking about it, get those videos in because it's worth it.
Yes.
So Rhonda, there you go. Get your videos in.
Yes.
Rhonda,
For the
Looking
hype
forward.
team.
And we've already been
Wait,
over.
are you still going to turn in your stunt videos? Is that what's
right.
going to happen?
She
'Cause you were a
can. She
stunner.
can stunt.
You were a stunner.
For the hype, I'm going to be the stunt hype team.
Oh, okay.
She's
all right.
in.
Yeah, so tell us the difference. So you either just audition for the stunt team or audition for the dance team or both? How does
Yes,
that work?
as you submit your video submission, you will indicate whether or not you want to try it as a dancer or if you want to try it as a flyer or a bass.
I gotcha.
So with that, that's indicated. And because of the way trials go, you submit different criteria based on whichever position you're trying out for. If you're a dancer, you'll submit the video that Heather has uploaded for your audition. Then for the flyers will also do that dance,
Yes.
but then they're also going to submit their stunt videos. And for the basses, they'll usually just submit the stunt videos. Everyone in all their videos will submit. It's an introductory video, I guess. You just come in, you talk a little bit about yourself, and you do a special skill with that part of the video as well.
Got it.
Great.
Love that.
And we kind of mentioned before, we've talked to several different coaches and directors. And how important is it to you when you make your tryout video to have the proper space and the proper background and not have your dirty laundry in the back or the cat running back and forth or whatever you have?
It's important for a lot of reasons. Number one, I mean, it's how you want to present yourself.
Right.
This is the first look, whether it's with the coordinator, whomever is looking at those videos. Plus, for safety reasons, I mean, you don't want to be dancing around your dirty laundry.
Sure.
Sure. You don't want your dog running through the video.
Yeah, sure.
So you want to be in an appropriate space, whether it's a studio, whether it's a workout area, whether it's somewhere outside, somewhere that, you have the appropriate space you need, and the way the video is recorded to
Correct.
counts a lot. Because,
Right.
most teams will specify we want this landscape.
Right,
Or,
want it in landscape mode.
Exactly, so it's very important to pay attention to those details. And really, candidates just need to think about how they want to present themselves.
Listen.
Right, because
Yes.
it's so important. It's
everything.
first impression.
Exactly.
That's right.
And we were saying at the clinic too that we are not the ones who judge those
Right.
video submissions. These are people that have no clue who the candidates are. They don't know if
Right.
they're a returning veteran, if they're a new person. They have no clue. So
Right.
the video is very essential because if you don't do a good video, you cannot make it to final auditions. So
Right.
that's your key to audition.
Right.
So everyone needs to take that serious, put their whole effort into that,
Right.
and present themselves in as positive of a light as possible
Yes.
in that. So.
Sure.
Professionalism is everything.
Yes.
It
Absolutely.
is, and it goes along with the how bad do you want this? How
Right.
are you following the rules?
Right. Yeah. And that's
Right.
kind of, we've talked about that millions of times. We should have t-shirts that say, do your homework.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
Yeah.
do your homework on what you're auditioning for and read the directions and follow the directions of
Yes.
what they're
Exactly.
looking for and what they want to see. So,
matters.
yeah, for sure.
That definitely
And so what else? We want to know all
Will you do
things.
more prep
Yeah.
clinics?
What happened?
Or
Up
was
in-
that a one and done?
up until April the 6th.
That was the only one for the spring.
Okay.
Was the one we just had. Yes.
And we do know that, there's lots of things going on because obviously with like college cheerleaders,
Sure.
college dancers, like
Yes.
it's
Sure.
the height of March Madness.
Sure.
It's, there's competitions that are happening, so everybody couldn't be there. And I know in those situations, a lot of people reached out and said, I wanted to attend the clinic, but I couldn't be there because of XYZ.
Right.
I think, they've sent in their questions that they've had. We will not be having another clinic up to that point. You can look at the social media to see, kind of a recap because we had like POV videos of,
Right.
for dance and for stunt, what we did. But we won't be having another clinic. But again, audition tape trial submission date is April 6th.
Yes.
April.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to August.
Yes.
Don't wait that long.
No, you'll be on the field by then.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
April 6th.
That's so exciting. There was so much talent. So what made you feel so excited about the talent this year as opposed to other years? Was it just people were more advanced in their stunting skills or tumbling skills or just more as a group were elite?
Choreography
Yeah.
or-
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of that. All of that.
Yeah. Well, the athleticism was
exciting.
impressive. Obviously, like the dance clinic was first. So the athleticism of the dancers was amazing. One thing we did this year that was a little bit different is we opened up the first part of the stunt clinic to dance because a lot of dancers now are very advanced with tumbling. And
Right.
during the dance clinic, they don't necessarily get an
Get to
opportunity to do
showcase
that.
that. Yeah.
So for the first 20 minutes of the stunt clinic, we did running tumbling.
Great.
And we
Awesome.
probably had 20 dancers that stuck around from the
least.
clinic to do running tumbling, and
Great.
it was very impressive.
That's
it was very
awesome.
impressive. And then when you get to the flyers and the bases, very advanced. Most of the flyers starting out have at least round handspring fulls.
Wow.
The bases are all very competent. Lots of hand-to-hand skills.
That's
lots of
great.
flipping mounts. It was very impressive skill levels.
That is awesome. Do most people that stunters, I don't know the correct terminology, but do they come as a pair? Like, do they come as a couple? Like, we are a stunt couple. We're both trying out. Or do you just kind of match them up once they get there and kind of say, you know, you look like you would be a good match for this person? How do you guys... I mean, I don't know. I'm from a dance background. I know a little bit about cheer, but...
I think the question makes perfect sense
Yes.
because I kind of call it like the awkward prom because
Right.
when you get there, it's the bases
Yeah.
and the flyers, and
Everybody
they don't
just
really
kinda
know each
stares
other.
at
They
each
just kind of
other.
stare at each
Right.
other, and they're waiting on each other to kind of make the first move of like, "Hey, do you want to stunt?"
Right.
And it's really a funny little moment that's a little bit awkward.
is.
It
I
happens
bet.
at clinic. It doesn't happen usually at tryouts, but it's always at clinic.
Yes.
And so to answer your question, no, the bases usually don't come with flyers.
Right.
Everybody shows up individually and then pair up while you're
Okay.
there.
I think we really only had one couple that came together that knew each other that they stunted together, but they also went out and stunted with other people.
Oh, that's
Yes.
great. It
That's
shows
awesome.
versatility. That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, because you're trusting your life essentially with this
Right.
person. You're like, okay, I just met you. But
Exactly. I just
Are
met
you
you come in
good?
the air.
Did you just start yesterday or what? Like, I don't
Right.
know.
I hope
Like, I
you'll
don't
keep
know.
me
If I
safe.
was doing it, I'd be scoping the crowd, like watching, okay, he looks
is
like
the one
he's
I want.
good. Yeah, I'm gonna put him.
Yes.
I feel safe with him.
Right.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Well, and talking about the clinic too, something that because Jeanine, you were a dancer that you came out of the womb dancing.
Yeah.
I was more cheerleader.
Right.
What I like to see was the flyers, the stunners who applied and did the dance clinic as well, for them to get
Yes.
outside of their
Sure,
comfort zone.
absolutely.
Because of course, like once we started doing across the floors, they got wide eyes,
Right.
and it was like, okay, you can do this. This is how we're going to modify it. Just
Right.
try.
Yes.
And they really, because at first there was some hesitation, but they were like, okay, I can try this. And I was impressed with the amount of the willingness and the talent
that's
of
so
these girls
important.
that they weren't dancers.
Right.
And they got out there and
They
they
were
were
trying.
hanging with it. I was
Great.
impressed.
Opened
love
it up
that.
a little bit. That's
Right,
good.
yeah.
And then for people that, like you said, didn't make the clinic, is that gonna? I mean, I know you guys can't say, but would that hurt their chances to try out that they didn't come, or it's just like you said, a free for all? Once they send in the videos, you start from this scratch.
It's definitely not a strike against anybody if they couldn't make
That's
it.
great.
I mean, because life, things happen.
Sure, absolutely.
People have schedules. So
I just didn't want anybody hearing this be like, well, I missed
No,
it.
More about
no,
making
no, no.
them feel comfortable
Correct.
getting around
Yeah.
other people.
yeah, it's definitely not a mark against anybody
Right.
if they couldn't be there for whatever reason.
Right.
You still
Right.
get to see
Yeah.
their team dynamic when you get into the tryout
Rehearsals,
process.
the practices
Right.
and
Exactly.
things like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
that's good.
Really good.
All these years later, y'all still there doing it.
I know. When you say 25 years, I'm like, I don't know.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
It hasn't been that long. I'm like, yes, it has. Yes.
Actually, it has.
Yes.
So now, how many cheerleaders will they accept this year? Do you
As
know?
far as the final
finals?
roster,
Yes.
well, there's really no set number.
Okay.
I'd imagine the number. I mean, if you look at the history of the team, there's pretty much a number it revolves around. But as far as the individual roles, as far as like dancers, flyers, bases, that's really dependent upon the caliber of talent that
Gotcha.
tries out.
Right.
That's
So they don't say we're looking for 8 bases, 8 whatever. They don't do that. They
No.
just kind of go, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is cool. And we always say too, we are we love that the Titans and other organizations as well have such a diversity with the stunters and the dancers and
yes.
the tumbling and add so many elements. So good job to you guys for choreographing all the routines that they flow so seamlessly with the dancing. It's not like one section, like here's our tumbling section, here's our stunting section, here's our dancers, go off to the side.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
everybody's working together, and we just always in awe of that. Or I am. I know you guys are too.
Good.
Yeah, so job well done to you
Well,
guys.
thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. That has definitely been a thing that we have definitely worked with Heather a lot this year to try to make the routines very cohesive.
Yes.
And present
They're
It's
those
showing,
elements
yes,
together.
absolutely.
You can so tell.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Love
that.
it.
That's definitely one of our favorite. Like we always, the three of us sit down and have a meeting, and we're like, here's the music, here's the formations that we're thinking about.
Right.
Right.
Listen to the music and go, ooh, we could do this here and
Yeah.
do that here. It's honestly, it's fun having like
That's great.
brainstorming sessions.
Yeah, you
It
can
really
tell
is.
how cohesive
Yes.
you all work together
tell.
to make those routines.
Thank you.
Really.
We love it.
Yes. So you guys already have like plans for the routines for this season?
We've thrown around some ideas as far as some elements we want to see that to maybe bring in. So nothing finalized yet.
Yeah.
Just more brainstorming ideas.
Yeah.
So,
And we always sit down and, obviously there are themed routines throughout the year. So like we think about music and kind of go, ooh, what about this song?
Yeah.
Ooh, what about that?
Right.
And let's, here's an old school song. What about this one? Throw it in there, remix it, so.
Yes, well, feel free to take any of our playlists on.
I appreciate that. We'll definitely be. We can sample
I've
from
got a
that.
good list going, so I'll just be like, hey, how about this?
We can sample from that.
Yes, that's so fun.
Yes. Yeah. So we just interviewed the founder and the president of the National Football Cheer Alumni Organization.
Yes.
Wow.
We went in Boston. There was one, so they have this thing on Friday nights. The first year they did it, and it was so incredible, but they did like a pep rally. And so every alumni team got to go out and do a little short, like 2-minute, I think it was like a minute to 3 minute was your limit performance in front of everybody. It was so fun and cute. But there was one stunt couple.
From Baltimore.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes. And so we're like, okay, it's on. We've got to get our stunt couple.
We can,
You
we
guys
can
have to
represent.
go.
Invite us
Miami.
next time. Let
You
us know
gotta
what's
go.
happening.
You're
We'll
invited.
go.
Miami,
That'll be fun.
2026.
That'll be great fun.
We were a little jealous.
Yeah.
So we got to have our stunt couple.
We will tear that place
We do.
up.
We do try to
will.
stay in practice. So
Yes.
hopefully we'll just make sure we're still in practice for that.
We try.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
We see y'all's videos.
Yeah, we
see
know.
us still in practice.
They are famous.
Yeah.
They are famous. They really are. They're famous. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say we cut to the chase about the Titans, auditions and stuff. But we knew these. We cheered with them.
Right.
Y'all.
We did.
Super Bowl, baby.
Yes,
Super Bowl.
that's right.
We cheered.
Yeah.
That was just last year.
Yeah, right.
I'm sticking to it, guys.
Yes.
So where does the passion come from? Like, have y'all always just been so inspired to just do this and to see us doing, all this time has passed?
Right. Why are you still there?
Yeah.
Why are you still there? What
still
makes
doing
you
this
keep
thing.
wanting to do it? Yeah, that's fair.
Wow. That is a really good question.
Yeah.
Where does the passion come from? Obviously, when we were on the team, everybody was in love with it. Everybody loved that. It was great. It was awesome. And then for us, it was, parlayed then into, like you mentioned in our bios, that we started gym, we started Columbia Athletics, and we started training youth through college. And at that point, we were also training college athletes. And it was a lot of fun. It really was. I love seeing that moment where something clicks in that athlete's head, whether it's a stunt, whether it's a tumbling skill, whatever that is. It's amazing to see that. And it's also with that, it's also the confidence that you get to build in those young athletes. You get to see them develop, not just in cheerleading or in dance. You get to see them develop as a person and to gain confidence so they can kind of go through life. So I think a lot of, for me, is helping develop those characteristics in people to be successful.
Right.
And so I want to see that in people.
Awesome.
Sure.
How about you?
Monica?
It's we talk about stuff like this a lot, actually, and it's getting invested in the people, and when you put together a routine, when you're invested in the people who are on the team, like their outside lives, but then see them be successful and hit whatever skill that they were unsure of, or still be able to throw an amazing tumbling pass, whatever. Like that's what really, because it's different, like being on the athlete side as compared to the coach's side. Cause like, when you're an athlete and you're like, I know I can do this and this and this, and I'm going to hit it. And then when you give the knowledge to another group and go, okay, it's your turn. Like we've given you the tools, take it and run with it and do it. And to see that moment come together, that's what really, it's nerve wracking, it is nerve wracking, but to see that come together and like for the team to be successful, but then after they come off the sideline to talk to them, how did you go through that job interview? How are your classes going? Are you about to graduate? Like be invested in them. That's what really keeps me going with it. Yeah.
That's so good.
That's awesome.
That's so good.
Yeah, I think you brought up a really important point. When we talk about athleticism, whether it's cheer, stunts, dance, football, whatever it is, like the importance that has on the youth, because you don't always win. And you have to have those failures through your life to know that you can just pick it all up and go forward. And if you don't ever experience that through sports, then life can come at you hard. And so I think that's a great point you brought up.
Yeah.
Sure,
I just share
absolutely.
that. And honestly, like another thing that really motivates me is really what y'all just said. The fact that we're trying to help the young men and women present the best picture they can on the field.
Sure.
And if we can do that, because obviously we love the Titans. We love the
Absolutely.
organization.
Yeah.
Really.
That's in our blood. We want the best that can be possibly on that field to be there.
Right.
The best
Yes.
picture.
Absolutely.
So that has a lot to do with them being able to be proud of what they've done.
Sure.
Being able to reflect back years from now and say, we did that. It was great. It was a fun team. I want them to have the same type of memories that we all were able to
Right.
have. That positive environment. So,
sure.
Yeah.
And I think we got a little spoiled because we were the original team that like the community was so involved.
Right.
It was such a great
Yes.
atmosphere.
Yes.
And then we don't necessarily have a winning team anymore, but you know we bring it up all the time. Even like Dallas, if you have a good presence with the cheerleading squad,
Right.
Right.
then you
Right.
can still expand yourself
Yeah.
in the community and be known and be
Community
positive.
ambassadors
Yes.
all
You
around.
still
Yes,
win.
That's
absolutely.
right.
Exactly.
Still win.
Still
That's
winning.
right.
Yes.
Right.
And we talk about too all the time, just because, like I said, it's all about us. I'm sorry, but it is.
Well, that's why we started the podcast, right?
I'm sorry,
Yes.
but it is.
We get
But
to choose who we talk about and what we talk
so
about.
we
Yeah.
talked about how it makes us feel to see the Titans cheerleading organization and the routines and the choreography kind of mirror in a way what it was like when we were on the field, the routines, everything. And it went through different phases and then it's kind of circled back. And I guess it's just because things come back in style because it's 25 years ago. But how does that how does that make you feel? Like, how does it make you guys feel? Because it's like, at the time they were the yell leaders, you know, and
Yes,
it was
yes.
like
Yes.
this whole new thing, you know, and then I don't know,
Yes.
like,
I don't know. For me, it's amazing. I mean, I love the fact that as in Jackie's first year, she really brought back the guys. Like she
Yes.
looked at what was going on in the program. She wanted to bring back those elements, like you said, a little bit more dynamic of putting people in the air, tumbling, things
Sure.
like that. I love the fact that she brought that back. And it does. It warms my heart to talk to a lot of the guys on there because not this season, but last season, I actually got to give a 5-year ring to the first 5-year stunner.
That's
Since
great.
myself and Ron.
yes.
And that was such a cool moment to be
Yes.
able to do that
Yes.
because, and it meant a lot to him, meant a lot to
That's-
me
yeah.
to be able to
Sure.
do that. And then she
So
got to do the same thing.
I got to give a 5-year ring to like the first 5-year flyer other than me.
Right.
So
Oh,
I
that's
was
so
like,
cool.
oh, welcome to the club. You know?
Yes.
It's just great moments.
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a full circle, right?
really-
and it just means you were old, but it's okay. We
Well,
were great.
We are not old.
Vintage
We are not
and
old.
retro things are very in right
That's
now.
right. It's
Exactly.
true.
Exactly.
I will say too, I love the fact that people are finally realizing that the current uniforms are a throwback
I love
homage to
those
our
throwbacks.
uniforms.
Yes.
You know, like
Yes.
I love that people are finally going, wait a minute, and like they'll see like a throwback video or a throwback
Yes.
pic or a post, largely
Except-
and thanks to y'all because y'all put them out.
I need to interrupt, except the shoes. We will never ever bring back those
She's not
marshmallow
over
shoes.
it, and she's never going to get over
I'm
it.
never
I'm just
going to
telling
be
you
over it. I
folks.
mean,
Wait, are those the
Walker-
galoshes?
no,
No,
that's
like,
not those.
you're
What
talking
are you
about the
talking about?
Reebok
What are you talking
trainers.
the big old, like the
No offense,
Walkers.
Reebok,
Oh.
but
No offense, Reebok, but you do make more stylish options.
Okay,
I know
'cause
what
I've
you're
seen
talking
them.
about,
Doing
yeah.
standing
Worst.
tucks in those things.
Yes.
I
Oh
can't
my!
imagine, girl.
It was hard
I
to
mean,
tell.
I had an ab workout after games because
But it just was not a flattering shoe for a dancer,
For anything.
You're
for a
right.
stunter, anything. And even the guys having to hold, you had to
It was-
spread your
it was a
fingers
big
out
shoe.
super wide just to even hold those
They were
things up.
horrible. I agree. They were.
It was a big
They
shoe.
were not the best shoes. I agree. They
So
were.
I mean,
hey, but we rocked them. We
Yeah,
rocked
we
them.
we did. Oh, we did.
Yes.
We did. And
Our
those
feet
Hanes
still suffer
pantyhose.
from it. But
Yeah.
5
yeah,
years
when
later.
Rhonda sometimes will post pictures from our uniforms, people are like, bring those back. Bring back those uniforms. The rhinestone, the long sleeve.
Those were cute.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
like
good-looking
those.
uniforms.
Yeah.
They were
The
good.
flames of the
Yes.
sleeve. Yeah.
Iconic.
cute.
I mean, you
Come on
know.
Really cool.
That's right.
It
Come
was
on.
cool now.
It was.
We were cute.
Yes.
We were cute.
We were cute.
We were.
We did that.
We did. And we ask everybody too. So, since our show is called Sideline Rewind, we ask everyone, what is your favorite rewind from any time that you cheered or that you've coached or, you know, anything? Could be one or two things or something funny or whatever you got. We want to hear it. What you got?
Go ahead.
Let me go.
Go.
Okay. Mine was actually a moment with everybody in this room all together when we were on the field. It just stands out in my mind. It was an iconic moment, but it was when we finished our pregame routine at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was amazing because I don't know if you remember, but like everything hit. Dance was amazing. Stunt hit. Everything was great. And as we popped off from that last structure, you could hear the crowd start erupting in applause. And that to me, that was just crazy. That just lives in my head. And it was just so overwhelming and emotional. So for me, that's probably one of the biggest moments that stands out in my mind.
Yeah.
Just to
I
be
think
there.
people don't understand when you're at the Super Bowl, our fans are not there necessarily.
No.
Right.
Like, it's just a sellout of celebrities. And we had been used to cheering for
Girl, we were performing for Justin Timberlake. Come on.
for the loudest fans in the NFL that year. And so to hear actual applause and
and it was for us. There was no football team on the field. There was no other team on the field.
Right,
it was
Micah,
us.
that was great.
And it just stands out in my mind.
That's awesome. That's a good one.
Yeah.
National Football League. If you have that footage of the 1999-2000 Super Bowl, we would love that copy of that.
Yes, we would.
Please and thank you.
This was before the cell phone.
But
Before everybody videoed everything.
we need that.
My nieces are always like, Aunt Nene, can you not just send us video of when you were? I was like, well, I'll have
We don't have it. We gotta find a VHS tape.
I gotta find some reporters.
Even-
who are on the field. I don't know.
No, we're gonna have to. We need that video. So if anybody's hearing this in the land that has any kind of influence,
Right.
please send it to us. Thank you.
Yes,
Please and thank you.
Oh my God,
We will
'cause I
love you
be in
forever.
I will cry because I want to see it.
Yes.
I would love to see that. I
That's
really
awesome. Oh, me too.
Would. I really would.
Well, and
Monica?
it's got so many memories.
There's
and
so many great
I'm going to
memories,
piggyback
yes.
off of a little bit of what he said because as we had finished that pregame performance of the Super Bowl and we were walking to the very crowded sidelines, one of the sideline refs grabbed my arm and I thought I'd done something wrong. And I kind of looked at him and he went, I don't know much about cheerleading and what you do. He said, but I know that was good. And I was like, thank you so much.
That's awesome.
And he was the sweetest little old man, like sideline ref. He was, but I thought I was in trouble because I had a ref grabbing me, and I was like, oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
he did.
So cool.
Yeah.
He
I think
did.
we stood out that year for sure.
We did.
I agreed.
I know not just the shoes, Jeanine. And I know it wasn't because we got soaked on the way to the Astrodome. Or
And then we
whatever.
missed our
Georgia Dome.
Sorry.
Yes.
I know that we looked like a train wreck on the way there, but we also stood out because we actually performed
Right.
well.
Well, we looked like a
Yes.
train wreck because we slid on the ice the whole way there.
Yeah, the MARTA shut down.
We
got
were
off the
walking through
sidewalk
streets
towards
sliding.
the road,
Yeah.
trying to make sure our hair and makeup still
Right.
look good. Like it was a very
Enlightening.
and rememberable
You know
Super
what?
Bowl.
If everything went perfectly, we probably
Wouldn't
have
remember it at all.
memories
Yeah.
that we do.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Too. So
it's
fun.
And just another like memory that is like, whoa, is, when we came back and it was like, we're going to have the ticker tape parade in Nashville, and it was like, okay. And, it was kids don't get out of school, like stay in school, everybody stay at your job and blah, blah, blah. Like, but if you can be there. And so we were all thinking, okay, so like there's going to be people on the streets, and like
people.
everybody starts loading up on the fire trucks and on the cars.
Yes.
And once we made that turn around was on Broad and saw all the confetti and
It was amazing.
everybody in the state of Tennessee lining downtown, and
that
we were
was
like,
crazy.
whoa.
Yeah.
We just posted some video footage of that recently.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Promote this. I'm gonna post that.
Yeah.
I love that.
We've got pictures.
Yes.
of
Let me open that door for
Yeah.
it.
That was
Because
crazy.
I just remember we were all like, oh, there'll be some people there. And then when we got on Broadway, and it was like everybody and their mama and the kids and their dogs, and everybody was there. And we were like, oh my
such a
God.
cool
That's
moment.
so amazing.
It was an amazing moment. That was. Yeah, that was a really good moment.
That was a good moment.
Rounding that corner from Broad on the second, just seeing all the
Yes.
ticker tape. Oh,
And all of
so
the news
crazy.
anchors trying to run out and do interviews.
Yes.
Madness that was happening. And we were like, is this real life right now?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so good.
Good times.
Good.
So good.
Ow!
Top that.
I don't know. Those were good ones.
That makes me
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Don't cry, Rhonda.
Well, yeah. And then, memories just like, because you remember we did basket tosses in the beginning of that Super Bowl routine, and we would look at each other, make eye contact, and then load in and go. And it's things like that that, like, I'm not going to get emotional, but I'm like, forever embedded in my brain. So,
Wow. Yes.
Yes.
So fun. So fun.
Here we go.
Tennessee
Titans, 1999, 2000.
1999.
Well, that was the Super Bowl, but I'm just saying, y'all cheer longer than that. But that was a memory.
Yeah, that was a memory.
It was.
Yeah.
It's crazy to reflect on that too and realize how big of a moment that was. Because I know for
You don't
me,
really
like in
realize
the moment,
it when it's happening.
Right, exactly.
in the moment, I didn't really realize how big that was.
Yes.
And it was.
And
it was
we haven't
crazy.
been back, so you know how big it was.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
But
when you
like-
get there.
I think
Right.
that's
I
what's
think
so
I think
fun.
the team
It's
will.
gonna
I think the
happen.
team will get there.
Yeah,
for
We'll
sure.
get there.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so fun about the rewinds is we forget about some of the memories, and I think Brian brought up one that we had forgotten about when we won in Jacksonville. Is that where?
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
that led us to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yes.
That was the third time we beat them that year.
And so Mika's like, everybody get to the stadium, and so the flight was coming in, and we all.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
And we ran around. The fans were
Yes.
filling up. That was so fun.
Yes.
Like we forgot about you forgot about
That's
some of the
right.
memories
Yeah.
until someone brings up a rewind. That's
Yeah.
why we love doing that part of
What
our
was
show.
it? Was it the AFC Championship that they had it was like the trophy thing where they had in the stadium where it was so bitterly
Yes,
cold?
that was
Yeah.
it. That was
Yeah.
it.
Oh my gosh. And like you couldn't feel any of your
Anything.
appendages because it
Yes.
was just that cold.
It
But we
was
were
cold.
like,
We had
this
on
is
marshmallow
great.
suits.
Marshmallow shoes and marshmallow suits. I liked it.
But it was still like we're
Fancy.
trying to put stunts up and we're trying to do things. And it was like
so
can't feel
cold.
anything, but let's
So
go.
bitter.
You know.
So bitterly cold. Yeah. Marshmallow Squad. I like
did.
that. Yeah.
Don't be jealous of
We
our
did. If
fashion,
you guys
people.
want to bring that back, well, feel free. We might have people
was pretty
protesting they don't
nice.
want to wear it.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, they've got it down pat now. Because they've got all the hot hands and
they
toes
got
and patches
yeah.
and
and everything.
everything.
I feel
Yeah.
like we're like the old people saying, well, I used to walk to the school in the snow
Uphill
with no
both
shoes on.
ways.
They have everything.
That was us.
Yes, it was.
We didn't
Now.
have those things.
We
We didn't have hot
But
hands.
also, when we
That's
talked
so
about in
true.
episode 5, the teams that no longer have cheerleaders, and a lot of them were cold weather teams, and that's the reason they don't like
Right.
cheerleading in
Right.
Cleveland. And they said, like,
Chicago.
they had. No,
Yeah.
that's not the reason. But anyway. The team, it was so cold that when they did try to have cheerleaders, they looked like Eskimos
Right,
on
they're
the
just all
field.
bundled
Like
up.
they were
You
so
can't move.
you couldn't
Yeah.
tell they were
Can't
You
put
can't
my
move.
arms down.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But now, clothing is so streamlined. They could bring those teams
Sure.
back. Come on.
Good.
Yeah, bring
'Cause
them
they can
back.
layer
They very
up.
well
Bring them
could.
back.
Yeah.
Bring
If you're
them
going to
back.
keep an open air stadium, there's lots of innovations
Yeah.
to athletic
I mean,
wear.
True.
So
and
Very true.
there's
Absolutely.
heated
Still make 'em look
jackets and
cute.
heated vests
yes.
now. Those things are
Yes.
great. So
Green
Bring it back.
Bay.
Let's go. Let's bring it back.
Bring
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
New York
Buffalo.
They
Giants,
can bring it back,
Buffalo,
yeah. They
G.
can
You might
bring it
have
back.
to shovel snow to get out there and cheer, but by God,
Yes.
you
You
can
can
be
do
out
it.
there.
be out there.
Stay warm now. You can definitely stay warm now.
You could be up it. You
Exactly.
You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do
If we can wear those shoes, then you can do it.
Those shoes are like etched in your brain, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they
They're,
are.
they're
Listen,
just
they
living
are.
there. Okay,
They are.
gotcha.
I think we should find a pair and bring it back and let her.
I actually have
stop.
a pair
Oh,
still in the
honey.
She still
box,
has a pair.
y'all.
That's right in the box.
Okay, so you gotta. We
You
gotta
should
go
sell those.
picture
We need
that.
to auction those off. Those would go for a lot of money.
Yeah, she
There
still
was,
definitely
there
has
was
a
one of
pair.
those years that, for whatever reason, we got extra pairs, and I just never used
I
that
wonder
pair. and
why
I
you got
actually-
extra pairs.
She never broke the first pair in. That's the problem.
That's true.
They just
Yeah.
they didn't sell well. So here.
Oh Lord.
Send us a picture of those.
But guys, no shade on Reebok. I have Reeboks.
Reebok makes great.
I have
clothing.
Reeboks at
Yeah.
home, and they're cute. I just don't know. I don't think these
They
were
weren't ready for
their
the
best
cheerleaders.
effort for
Cheerleading.
what we needed.
Correct.
It was like for my grandma at the time. Like
Yeah.
would be good for her.
I think we could promote those as good walkers.
Agreed.
Okay.
We are at
They
the
would be
perfect
good
age
walkers.
to wear them now.
I can.
Yeah.
We can.
And again, we all have Reeboks that we love.
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's really
so
cute
we
ones.
could do that.
We can wear them.
We can walk in those right now.
But we're not gonna.
Mhm.
We're gonna get some
No.
new Reeboks
Yeah.
Yes.
New Reeboks.
Yes.
because they're cool
So
now.
we need to hear some more rewinds, Rhonda. You need, ask them to send them in. Come on,
Yeah.
Rhonda.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got some Reeboks that you have that you want to send us As
Good
a good
quality.
rewind.
Not Reeboks, Rewind.
Well, I'm just saying.
She
Just,
wants Reeboks too.
because we need to, because we're not throwing, I just want them to know we ain't throwing shade.
I would like to, yes, for
So
sure.
if you
No,
got
absolutely
some
not.
that
No
you
shade.
like, send them on in. We'll put them on there.
Yeah, or if you have a good photo of you in your uniform with those Reeboks,
Send them on. That's all
Yeah.
we're saying.
that's all we're saying.
That's all we're saying.
Okay, what's really funny is at the time, Reebok made Reeboks with the straps. Remember those? They were used in fitness a lot.
yeah.
And those are actually really
With the
iconic for
strap.
cheerleading. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, turned around.
That's
That
Right,
song, yes,
exactly,
yes,
yes.
But at that time, you had the Reeboks with the straps, which actually are very popular among stunners.
we didn't
Yeah.
get those. That's the problem.
I know.
If
I'm
we
just
would've-
saying, Reebok made really good shoes
make
even
cool
then.
shoes.
Yeah, they make really good
100%.
shoes.
But they just
Yes.
And they still
we didn't
do.
order those for some reason.
So we got.
That was not our decision to make.
It was not our decision.
Okay,
No, but we're okay. But we were. Listen.
We're
Yes.
all off
lost it,
topic. We're
people.
all laughing. It's fine. It's
We
a good
gotta-
time. Signs of
we
a
gotta
good
get
time.
back on
Thank you, Lamarca.
That's what I'm saying. We have definitely talked about Reebok for a while.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
All right. So
tryouts. Monica and Micah.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you've got some good words to say to the young men and women that are trying out for cheerleader right now, not just for Titans. Any squad.
Well, yeah. What
that's-
is your best advice?
What is your best advice for them that you want them to know, or anything about anybody that it's not even cheerleading, for the next generation of people that are coming that are trying out for anything in life? What do you want them to know?
I think it's very important when you go through tryouts to know yourself and to know what your strengths are, and to not try to do something that's outside of your comfort zone. You need to showcase your strengths. Everyone in this world is individual. Everybody has individual strengths. Showcase that. Showcase what you're good at, and present yourself in a way that's authentic for yourself, that allows everyone to really get to know you through that short audition period. Because, I mean, that's the only glimpse that the judges and everyone else in the program has to meet and understand you. So just be true to yourself and present yourself that way.
Excellent advice. I love it.
Sure.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Be genuine, because if you set yourself up as something that you're not, or if you give canned answers, as I like to say, responses, then
Sure.
you're going to have to keep that up for an entire season if you make the team. I mean, like, be genuine, be who you are.
Right.
Put your best foot forward. I mean, like, show your good skill set. But again, like, make sure if they're wanting videos sent in a certain way, follow those rules.
Sure.
But put your best foot out there, be your genuine self. That's
Yeah,
what
I go
makes
for it.
programs great.
That's right. I love that.
Authenticity, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, is what they're saying.
means everything.
Absolutely,
now.
absolutely right.
Y'all, we have had Monica and
Thank you,
Micah
thank you
on
guys so much. for
Sideline
coming.
Rewind.
This was so fun.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
This
This
has
has
been
been great.
Yes.
Very
Okay, so
fun.
that means it needs to be a part 2 at some point.
All right.
We can
We're
do
good.
that.
We're good.
But we need to bring the other people in.
Yes.
Who's other people?
Rod and Tasha.
No,
That would be
seriously,
good,
we were
yes.
telling, someone asked me who we're interviewing, and I said it was one of the stunt couples that we cheered with. And they're like, "Oh, I remember them." I go, "Do you?" Because there were like 4 of them.
Right.
There were a
Which one are
bunch.
you referring to?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there were a bunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
That's
need
so
a part
funny.
2.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm down.
Bring
Let's
all
do
the
it.
stunt couples
All
back.
the
Yes.
stunt couples
Do it.
back.
I would love it.
Come
Yeah.
on now.
That's
Tasha?
so funny. Yes.
Rod and
Yeah.
Tasha.
And
And fun fact about Tasha, she and I went to high school together and cheered together in high school.
I didn't know that.
So
I
we
didn't
go
know that
back
either.
further than me
Y'all
and
go
Micah.
Wow.
Yeah. Back. Way back.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a fun fact,
impressive.
right?
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That is a fun fact. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that either.
I love it.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Wow.
Small world.
That's crazy.
Thank
Yeah.
y'all so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
This has been
Thank
great.
you for
I
having us.
appreciate you having
Appreciate
us.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been good.
Yay! So, ladies and gentlemen, they've given us everything. They are so awesome.
Yes.
I can't even.
It was so much fun.
But I feel like a proud. I mean, I just feel so proud. I
Proud
just
big
do.
sis.
Yes.
I do. I
Yes.
really do. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much. This is Sideline Rewind. Thank you all for the follows and the supporters and the sponsors and
Yes.
everybody that supports us. Ladies, am I forgetting anything?
No, just send your rewinds into us. Not your Reeboks, but your rewinds into us. If you have any ideas for guests to be on our show, send us that. If you'd like to be a guest on our show, put yourself out there. So, put your best foot forward. As they just said, be your authentic self and reach out. We might just reach out back.
Right. SidelineRewind@gmail.com.
Yes,
Come
absolutely
on.
right.
Thank you. And we want to thank our sponsor, Pom Pony. We could not do this without you. Thank you so much. Mr. Jimmy and Tim, thank you for the use of the studio. And our
Yes.
sound engineer, you're amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 25, Swing My Way.
Swing my way. Swing my way.
We out.
And we out.